Good morning and welcome to day 3 of the January Kickstart Challenge. And I am on the OPTAVIA 5-in-1 program. If you have any questions about what that is, please feel free to reach out to me. My information is listed in the description box below. But essentially, the OPTAVIA 5-in-1 is you consume 5 fuelings a day that you get in your monthly OPTAVIA box and 1 lean and green a day. And there are other plans too. If you're interested, please again, feel free to reach out to me. So this morning I am headed to work and I'm going to attempt to try to remember to bring my Red Berry Crunchy O's cereal. If you saw my video from yesterday, I left these on the counter and was really mad. Well, I'm going to head to work. You'll see what I have for my second fueling, and then I should be home for lunch. See you then.
Maybe I was blind, known you forever while I tried to find someone that could be my great love. Right in front of me, I didn't realize you were my dream, so you took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be, and now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like, oh yeah, wanna give you every part of me. I can't believe this is reality, and now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like, oh yeah. I'm just curious, when did you know you had feelings for me? Maybe somehow we've always known that we have chemistry, but always chasing after someone else. So this took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be, and now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like, oh.
Well, I made it back from work. You saw what I had for my second fueling. I had the peanut butter shake, which is one of my favorites. And then when I came home, I had the home-style chicken noodle soup. And then you also saw me make, I'm not quite sure what you would call this, an espresso latte maybe? I used half a cup of unsweetened almond milk for half a condiment and 1 tablespoon of the Torani zero sugar French vanilla for another half condiment. So my total for the day is 1.5 condiments. And what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight is spaghetti squash with turkey sausage and Rao's. And I'm gonna use another condiment for a tablespoon of Parmesan over it. So I see my buddy Leo, you can't see him because he's getting ready to jump up on this counter. Don't you do it, Leo. Don't do it. Well, I am going to head back to work. You'll see what I have for my 4th fueling, and then I'll be home to make my lean and green. I'll see you then. Oh, are you coming? Oh, there he is. Leo, get down. Leo, he's so bad. Well, I made it home from work, and boy, is it freezing cold in Ohio. I just want to crawl under a blanket, but I am not crawling under a blanket. I am going to make my lean and green. And like I said in my previous video, I'm trying to keep things pretty basic this week so I can get back into a healthy routine. And one of my favorite lean and greens that I like to make is spaghetti squash with, this is Butterball sweet Italian turkey sausage. And then I serve Rayo's, or actually this one is from Aldi. It's the Simply Nature Tomato Basil. It has slightly more sodium than the Rayo's, but otherwise compliant with the tomato sauce requirements. So, and then of course I'm gonna top it with some Parmesan cheese. Now, how I make my spaghetti squash is I cut this in half, and I try not to cut off any appendages while I do that, because it can be difficult sometimes. And then I put it in a microwave safe dish with some water on the bottom. I only make a portion of the spaghetti squash because I'm the only one who eats it. So I will save the uncooked other half for another day, and it actually does last pretty long. But anyway, so I'll put half of this in the microwave for about, I'm thinking about 12 minutes, 12 to 13 minutes. And then I scrape that out and I measure out 2 greens worth. And I have to look up that weight measurement because it's easier to weigh it to get accuracy. So I will let you know what that number is when I look it up. And then I'm gonna saute the turkey sausage and measure out 5 ounces cooked because it's a lean. So I am going to get started with that. I'm gonna turn down the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully no cats will jump up here. But I am gonna go visit my daughter after dinner and my grand dog, Captain. I haven't had him in a video in a while, and I just love him so much. I will bring the camera along so you guys can get a look at Captain and Mandy if she is so inclined. All right, let me get started with that.
Right in front of me, I didn't realize you were my dream. So you took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Wanna give you every part of me. I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah.
Okay, so I have my scale zeroed out and I'm looking for 5.5 ounces of spaghetti squash. So let me see what we got here. It's quite hot. But it's done to perfection. So easy. Okay, so I've got this zeroed out, so let me see what we got here. I think I'm gonna have a little bit more than I need right here. So it's 2.2, so I'm looking for 5.5. That equals 2 greens. 4.9. 5.7, so let me take some of that back. 5.5 on the nose. Okay. Now I'm not sure I'm gonna have quite as much sausage as I need, and if I don't, then I'll sprinkle a little bit of reduced fat mozzarella on here. But let me zero this out. Okay. Let me add the turkey sausage. All right, well, this ended up being 3.2. So I will sprinkle some cheese on there. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of this on here. This is the reduced fat mozzarella. And that should about do it. And then for my third green, I'm going to have 1/4 cup of this tomato basil. Now, I looked at the guidelines for lean and greens, and it fits down the line, except it has just slightly a little bit too much sodium. But this is what I have, and this is what I'm gonna use. It's only like 25 milligrams over, so I think it'll be fine. did save, I saved one condiment, and I'll have half of a condiment left if I need it. I'm gonna put a tablespoon of the Parmesan. And there you have it. Okay, well, my lean and green was really good. I'm gonna head over to Mandy's now, and she wants me to make them omelets and hash browns. It's something I've made for her in the past. I actually cook a baked potato in the microwave, and then I cut it up and put it on the stovetop with some olive oil and some butter and let it brown with some salt and pepper. Obviously not on OPTAVIA, but I will go make that for my daughter and her fiance Cole. So I will see you there.
Who's here? Who's here? She's right here. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh, you alright? Hi, buddy. Oh, okay. I love you too. I love you too. Oh.
Well, I'm back from my daughter's, and I made her omelet and hash browns, and I took a picture of it. And when I got home, I got on a Zoom call for the 30-day challenge, and it was maxed out. There were 100 people on the call, and it was really inspiring to hear everyone's story. And there's a lot of people doing this challenge with me, and if you want to join, you know how to get a hold of me. My information is listed in the description box below. Well, I left my kitchen a disaster area, so I'm going to clean that up and relax for a few minutes, and then I will meet you back here for my last fueling. All right, well, I am having my last fueling of the day, the decadent chocolate brownie with Greek yogurt chips, and I put 1 squirt of the fat-free Ready Whip. 2 tablespoons is 5 calories. So I thought with my other half condiment of the day, I would have 1 tiny squirt of Ready Whip. I'm just gonna say goodnight, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 4 of our January Kickstart Challenge. Good morning and welcome to day 4 of the January Kickstart Challenge. And this morning I am getting ready to head to work. I am going to have the same breakfast that I had yesterday because I am a creature of habit. The Red Berry Crunchy Oats cereal with half a cup of unsweetened almond milk. And then you'll see what I have for my second fueling, and I should be home for lunch.
Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
Well, I made it home for lunch. You saw what I had for my second fueling, the peanut butter shake. And I was really bummed because we were all out of ice cubes at work, so I had to have it semi-warm. But it was okay. I love the peanut butter shake. So then I came home and had the rustic tomato herb penne. And I really like that fueling. It's one of my absolute favorites to have for lunch. But the package calls for 2/3 cup of water. I use 3/4, and it just seems to turn out better. Now I'm gonna head back to work. I don't have a real crazy busy docket today, so it's kind of nice. getting readjusted back to the routine. So I'm gonna head back to work. You'll see what I have for my fourth fueling, and then I'll be back to make my lean and green. And like I said before, this first week, I'm trying to keep it really basic. So I'm gonna have a 5-ounce sirloin, and then I'm still a little bit up in the air what I wanna do for vegetables. I have not had a grocery haul yet. I need to do a big one this weekend, but I'm kind of holding off because I need to clean out my refrigerator and get rid of all the stuff that's kind of old or needs to be thrown away. I'm thinking broccoli or green beans and a little side salad, but we'll see. All right, I'm gonna head to work and I will see you when I get home. Okay, so I am home from work and I am getting ready to make my lean and green. And like I said earlier, I'm going to make petite sirloin steaks. So mine will be 5 ounces, and then for my side, I'm going to have some green beans and a little side salad. So let me get that started and I will check back later.
Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight.
Well, I just had my lean and green and it was very basic, but it was so good. I had the 5 ounces of sirloin steak. I had 2 greens worth of green beans, and those were the ones from Trader Joe's that come in a frozen bag. And actually, I think they cook up just like fresh. And I cooked them up in my Pampered Chef steamer that I probably got like, I don't know, 15 years ago. Anyway, then I had a little salad. I had 1 cup of lettuce with some Walden Farm Caesar dressing on it. And the sirloin was a lean. I didn't get a healthy fat, so I couldn't use any of my other dressings like the Ken's Light Balsamic. So I had the Walden Farms Caesar dressing, which 2 tablespoons is 1 condiment. And then I put a little bit of salt and pepper on the beans and the steak and the salad, and I call that another condiment. And the second steak was for my son, Michael. I'm hoping one of these days I can bribe him into being in one of my videos, but he so far is declining. All right, so for the rest of the evening, I'm gonna try to get a few things done. You know, it's so hard when you work all day and then you come home and then you cook and then you clean up the kitchen. And then it's like, do I really want to get on the treadmill? Well, no, I don't. But I'm going to take my iPad and watch an episode of The Crown and walk on my treadmill for a little bit because I've got to get back into shape. And you do that by keep putting 1 foot in front of the other, right? So that's my plan tonight, and then I want to maybe do a load or 2 of laundry, and then I guess I will check back for my last fueling.
There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. I feel like the ocean. I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know. And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing.
Okay, so I have my last fueling of the day, the mint chocolate soft serve. And as you can see, it is just like soft serve. I haven't had this since the summer, but it sounded good tonight. So I showered and I've got my pajamas on, and I have to admit, I bought the heatless curls that Ashley Kisner was using in her videos, because I'm always looking for something, you know, that doesn't damage my hair, because, I mean, let's face it, I'm 55 and I have 55-year-old hair, and I color it blonde. So the less heat, the less damage. So I am trying them tonight. Oh, hello, Leo. We wondered when you were going to make an appearance here. So I did my best to put my hair up in these things. And of course, I do not have the long flowing locks that Ashley does. So we will see how this turns out in the morning. Now, the morning will be on the next video, which will air Sunday. So it's either going to be a disaster or it's going to look good. We will see. So if you liked this video, please like it below and subscribe to my channel. And tick that notification bell so you are alerted every time I upload a new video. Well, me and my shadow Leo are gonna say goodnight, and I will see you in the morning.